and start a new VOD. Since now we have Phoenyks joining us, so I will also modify my stream title. So Phoenyks got electricity back to his place. And so we will be able to have a 3-player match instead of just a 1v1. And players have agreed to play only to 60. Oopsie. Hello, sister of Neroche. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Still, hello. I hope they are, your parents are here, Neroche. Hello again to them. And so now the stakes in this match, indeed, Pinda. So we will have a 1v1v1 situation between DradaL, Neroche and Phoenyks. Apparently the whole family, the entirety of Neroche's family is looking at him. So welcome to the stream, Neroche family. I hope we'll be cheering. I'm biased by essence because I am an NWT driver, and DradaL and Phoenyks are 2 players from the NWT team as well. So it's difficult for me to cheer for Neroche, but still we'll cheer for him and hope he will have a good performance. This match will be interesting. I do think DradaL is the favorite. We're waiting on Phoenyks 4G connection. Okay, good. You have so Neroche family, you have an ally in the chat with Pinda, a fellow Dutchman. Very cool and very fast guy as well. Oh wow, and Adawa as well. Well, I'll be the only guy cheering for the NWT drivers while my entire chat gathers to support Neroche, apparently. Ah, that's cool. That's cool. Thank you as well. I mean, just knowing you're here and enjoying the stream. The goal for me is to make it as enjoyable as possible for everyone. No matter who they are, no matter the background, everything. The goal is just to spend a nice time all together. I got le dîner though, so I actually can't share right now. Guten Appetit. I don't know if you say that as well in Dutch, Pinda, but bon appétit, my friend. Moderation is even. What can I do? Hopefully I'm not playing, you know, because if I was playing and even playing against Neroche, I'm sure my moderators would be cheering against me and for Neroche at this point. But yeah, to write in Twitch chats, I believe you can watch Twitch without creating an account, but you need to create a Twitch account. He's here, Phoenyks! It's connecting! So yeah, without an account, you can't interact with the community, basically. But you still have access to the to the video live streams. DradaL la bête! DradaL the monster. DradaL is the favorite in this match. And then it'll be a fight between Neroche and Phoenyks. Phoenyks had dominated. Let me check. So for the record, let me swap the scene real quick. Do we see it? We do see it. So last week, Irakel didn't show up, so it was Phoenyks against Neroche in Group B. Phoenyks had won with a 1-point margin over Neroche, so very close match. And Phoenyks had dominated Zaliox, who had a very tough performance last week, with a 16-point margin. I don't know how well trained Phoenyks is. He's putting training, I do know about it, but I don't know how good he'll be in comparison to Neroche. So, I will break down the rules again for everyone. So, because we're starting the match later than supposed to, we will play in cup mode until 60 points. The scoring system is 5 points for first, 3 for second, 2 for third. Players reaching 60 points in total will enter finalist mode. What that means is that when you're finalist, you must win an additional round to secure a win in the match. The first 2 players to win their final status will go in the grand final, and the third player will drop in the lower bracket tomorrow. So the third in this match still has an opportunity to enter the grand final, while the 2 first players will be able to wait until late evening tomorrow to play their grand final. I hope everything was clear. I'm not good at explaining because of my ADHD, so do not hesitate to say it to me anytime. Good luck, have fun to everyone. We will start on Me Gustas 2, the Olikyo map, which is not so difficult but has a few critical parts. The first one is the start, and we see a small mistake by Neroche, but he's not too far behind. Let's see now how it goes in between Phoenyks and DradaL for first. Phoenyks had a very good start and took a 0.2 lead over DradaL. Can Neroche come back now? Oh, Phoenyks way too much inside. Huge mistake by the NWT driver. DradaL very consistent. If there's one player you're not going to see mistakes from, it's DradaL. Again, I've said it during the 1v1 he was having with Neroche, but DradaL had already an impressive consistency last week, and he seems to be as impressively consistent today. First round win for DradaL, second place for Neroche, third place for Phoenyks. So in this setup, the match should last between 30 and 40 minutes. Ooh, Neroche clipped the edge of the small ledge you drive onto. He adjusted his line to avoid a huge crash, but he lost almost 2 seconds. Phoenyks made a mistake as well, so DradaL is 0.65 ahead. Let's see if DradaL makes a mistake. Now it's all about him, but he probably knows he has a good margin in the lead. And interestingly, as I said before, DradaL avoids the gear up after the banking, so he keeps high speed through this whole part. Oh, DradaL! Oh, I didn't see it! Right when I... Oh! Oh, what a twist! That's actually Neroche. Oh, I love it. For those who don't know, this is a reference to, I believe, the last or second to last edition of the Dirty Cup by DradaL, as we saw Phoenyks now with a mistake. Same mistake as Neroche in the previous round. And this is a round where DradaL and his co-caster Etoile had screamed during, I believe, the quarterfinal of Massa, the German driver. And DradaL is really good as an entertainment caster, and so they were completely screaming, and that's a very known clip inside the Trackmania community. We saw Phoenyks and Neroche making a couple of mistakes here and there. They will battle for second. Neroche almost overtook Phoenyks, but he was too much on the inside and then too wide. And he makes another huge mistake while DradaL flies to the finish line in first place with a good time. Nice time by DradaL. And Neroche is having he's struggling to... He won't be able to finish, sadly. No... Neroche didn't finish the round. He didn't know the respawn line. And doesn't score 2 points. Let's hope for him that he can keep up from now on. But he said it was his worst map. So as long as he doesn't fall too far behind here, everything's still possible. Let's look at the battle for first between DradaL and Phoenyks. Interestingly, Phoenyks goes for a wider approach in the banking, but has to slow down more. So he didn't, although he's snowballing more speed, he doesn't really keep it through the jump. And now DradaL, with a better end overall, has dominated Phoenyks and takes the round win. Neroche had a good pace once the start was passed, but Neroche really have to find his consistency through this start. Unfortunately, he's not able to keep up the pace with others. We've seen on the 1v1 match before that, if he's able to go through the start without hitting any wall, without making any mistake, he's on pace. But he needs to drive clean to find consistency, and it will become key again here on Follow by Firestorm, the hardest map of the map pack to master, I would argue. We saw Neroche was struggling on this map as well. This is probably the one map which is for me where it will be the hardest to beat DradaL. I think he can definitely keep up with Phoenyks. Phoenyks definitely must be a bit shaky because power finally came back to his house, but he's here a bit in a rush with a lot of stress, so it's difficult to perform for him. So if Neroche manages to remain consistent here throughout the match, he can still beat Phoenyks and reach the grand final. So the standings after the first map: 17 points for DradaL, 13 for Phoenyks and 8 for Neroche. Could have been 10, but he missed 2 due to not finishing a round. First round out of 4 on the second map. Good start by both Phoenyks and DradaL, but Neroche has good speed. He slightly slowed down to adjust his line, so he's 0.15 behind. A bit wide here. Adjusts his line again. DradaL and Phoenyks, full risk. Let's see how the battle is going between the two Frenchmen. Phoenyks, very good line. DradaL is coming back. Neroche is not too far behind, so any mistake in front of him... Ay. Unfortunately, he made a mistake, and in the lead, DradaL with a very, very great line, the chicane in between the two bankings. Gather the 0.4 lead over Phoenyks, and he should not be overtaken here unless he makes a big mistake, but it does not happen. Neroche, ooh, he apparently made another big mistake here in the second to last turn. He should have time to finish, yes he does. Now let's hope Neroche can keep up. He's definitely able to do so. He just needs to keep his composure. But he must be a bit shaky. Mistake here by Phoenyks in the start. Neroche second. Can he catch up to DradaL, who's on a very great start once again? Oh, great line by DradaL. Neroche had to slow down because he was a bit too much on the inside. Good line here, great line by Neroche. He comes back slightly to DradaL. He avoids the mistake he had here. Has good line, he may have more speed than DradaL. He had a bit of a shaky exit, so he doesn't catch up to DradaL, but everything can still happen in the end. Ah, but good line by DradaL, didn't clip on the inside. Neroche was a bit wide. Oh, but DradaL... Oh, but saves it. DradaL went too wide in the end, so Neroche slightly caught up, but it wasn't enough. Excuse me, need to hide with myself and my voice. Third round. Unfollow. And Neroche, excuse me, I was going to say Firestorm, but Neroche, good start. He's right behind DradaL, but exits a bit wide here. Loses time on DradaL. DradaL, who's impressive. Really, DradaL is just clean. Phoenyks took a lot of risks and completely slided out by being too much inside on the left turn. While Neroche, he's not fast, but he's keeping up and he might have more speed here than DradaL. He might catch up a bit to him, yes, he gained 0.1. Might have lost a bit of speed here, but he's still 0.33 behind. Oh, he geared down, sadly. And he's, ooh, small mistake, small, this tiny mistake didn't seem like a lot, but Phoenyks could almost snipe him. DradaL, 3 rounds, 3 wins on this map. Can he clean sweep it? In the meantime, Neroche starts to catch up to Phoenyks. Not the greatest start for both drivers, and we see that DradaL is definitely a tier above the two other drivers. DradaL is just impressive. There's nothing much to say. It's like last week, clean driving, clean lines. Times aren't that crazy from him, but anytime he makes a small mistake, he adjusts his line. Behind him, Neroche and Phoenyks battling. Lots of speed here for Neroche. That's interesting. He's overtaking Phoenyks for second. DradaL 0.4 ahead. Might be uncatchable once again. Neroche, good line. Neroche is warming up, ladies and gentlemen. Neroche is warming up and it's paying off. He had a shaky start, but great ending to overcome Phoenyks in the end, and while DradaL clean swept. Hey James, welcome to the stream, welcome. How are you doing, James? James will play tomorrow in the loser bracket of the Division 1. Today we're only having 4 matches, the 2 semi-finals for the Division 2 and the 2 semi-finals of the winner bracket, I mean for the Division 1, I mean Divisions 1 and 2, be simpler. So after this match we have another match at 6 PM and another match at 8 PM, and we will start to see much faster times in Division 1, although our players here in Division 2, yes, they are slower. Yeah, yes, they are not as good as Division 1 players, but they put up, they show out good. They put up a great show, especially DradaL, of course. Now let's see on Lagavulin if Phoenyks and Neroche are able to keep up. We've seen it with Truly in the first semi-final that the most skilled and consistent drivers on this map, they're untouchable. That's simple. So DradaL may clean sweep this map again, because this map is easy. It's the easiest map of the map pack. It's, of course, you have to optimize every line still, but if you have a good consistency and you just drive good, other players are a bit shaky on a couple of lines and you're simply coming out on top. First round, and DradaL already after just 10 seconds, he's in the lead. Neroche and Phoenyks right behind. Everyone opting to gear down in this turn. You can keep the third gear in this turn, but it doesn't really gain. Ooh, and here it comes, DradaL mistake. And as I said, small mistake by DradaL. It doesn't look like much. He's less than 1 second behind. But Phoenyks and Neroche, who are driving good, are now pulling out ahead. And Neroche in particular is having a great round. Goes a bit too wide here, but he's still 0.3 ahead of Phoenyks. Final uphill, no mistake by Neroche. Good final 2 turns. Phoenyks has more speed though, but not enough to... Neroche! Unfortunate mistake, he jumped a bit too low and gets sniped by Phoenyks. This is a very unfortunate mistake here by the Dutch player, and he loses 2 points to his main opponents, because for them, it's not about DradaL, it's not about winning this match. DradaL should win this match. The battle between Phoenyks and Neroche is for 2nd place. That's a very unfortunate mistake by Neroche, jumping too low, clipping the finish, and losing the 1st place. And this time DradaL comes out on top again after the start. But it's neck and neck. Neroche lost a lot of speed. He will drop, I think, down to 0.5, yeah, and even almost to a second behind after this small clip on the border of the dirt hill. DradaL driving really clean. Let's see if Phoenyks can catch up. Good line by Phoenyks, but DradaL is just too clean. Better speed for DradaL and better line. Phoenyks with a mistake, and Neroche now will steal a point. And you see DradaL, that's something we discussed a lot last Saturday with DradaL. If you're driving clean on this map and maintaining a sub 104 pace, well, that's by far enough to win rounds on this in Division 2. But we saw Truly with 0.7s. So for the great final, DradaL might need to go faster. And very strong start by DradaL here. Everyone gearing down. Ooh, Phoenyks with low speed. He kinda bumped on the downhill and so lost additional time to Neroche and DradaL. Has good line here though. But good driving in front of him by DradaL and Neroche, who maintain their lead. Good line by Phoenyks, but Neroche had a good approach. He's going a bit more outside to then have a better right-left section. Phoenyks having a better right turn here. The final will be decisive between the two players, while DradaL is not making any mistake. And Phoenyks had a better ending ahead of Neroche. 0.9 again by DradaL, clean driving, another first place. I mean, DradaL, we talked about it with DradaL last week. Seeing his performance in his quarterfinal, in this match is by far the favorite, and he maintains the same consistency as he had last week. He should dominate, and that's exactly what's happening so far. He is dominating. Neroche and Phoenyks are not keeping up, both in terms of overall speed, but also overall consistency. And Neroche, couple of shaky lines here, while this time Phoenyks is keeping up with DradaL start. The first 20 seconds on this map are definitely the most difficult of the map. After, it's more about clean driving, clean lines. Oh, good line here by Phoenyks. He will have slightly more speed than DradaL. Neroche is not too far behind, but he simply does not have the pace to keep up with the two drivers. We saw Phoenyks with a bad uphill there, avoided a major crash, but DradaL prevails with a 104.09. And 17 out of 20 points for DradaL. He didn't clean sweep the map, but he won the 3 last rounds, and he's extending his lead over his two opponents as we go in the fourth and final map of the map pack. So there are 4 maps in the playoffs map pack. This one is Delirium by James. Not very difficult except for the very start and the very end. So let's simply check. So point limit is 60. So DradaL is just 6 points ahead. 6 points away, excuse me, of the finalist status. So he can reach that in just 2 rounds. Whereas Phoenyks 19 points behind DradaL. And Neroche is 25, excuse me. Took me some time to do the calculus. 25 points behind DradaL and 6 points behind Phoenyks. This will come down to a 1v1 anyway between Phoenyks and Neroche. Ooh, Neroche.
Oh no. Anyway.
I'm sorry, Neroche. I'm just joking. But I mean, this sound would have been more appropriate here for Neroche. So this map is a bit tricky. It's not so difficult. It just has a couple of tricks. The start is a bit tricky, but you can go inside in the first uphill to simply save it. And then the end, the last 10-15 seconds, the last 10 to 15 seconds are difficult on these maps, and this is where we will probably see the most crashes. Here we go, first of the 4 rounds. Here, Neroche, not the best start, but no big crashes. DradaL though! Huge crash, huge bonk, and so now it's up to... Ooh, Neroche, he didn't get the drift on the blue line here. We saw on the previous match that this drift line definitely gains a little bit, and is I would say both the fastest and the safer line. But if you know drift, you lose time. But now the ending here, very difficult. Phoenyks doesn't make a mistake. Neroche saved his approach to avoid any big crashes, but Phoenyks comes out on top thanks to a very good round. Oh, Neroche! Another Neroche incident! No! DradaL! Oh no, Neroche, this is... No!
Ah! You're dead!
This ending must be Neroche's worst nightmare. And Neroche already last week, he clipped this finish several times and was not able to finish, and here it happened again. And now Phoenyks took 5 more points than he did. So now DradaL, by taking a first or second place, can reach the final status. And Phoenyks extended his lead over Neroche to 11 points, which starts to be a lot. Oh, Neroche!
Ah! You're dead!
Unfortunately, another mistake. The nerves must be getting on the Dutch player, sadly. Again, not too much pressure to have today, because the third player will drop to the lower bracket and will have another opportunity tomorrow to qualify for the grand final, while DradaL snipes Phoenyks with better speed in the end. DradaL snipes for first, and Neroche won't be able to finish again, sadly. Anyway, now DradaL is in finalists because he just needed a first or a second place. So now DradaL, to secure his spot in the grand final, must win another round. And I think... No, I thought DradaL had completely bonked, but he did not. While Neroche, he was too wide and had a 2-wheel slowdown. Now all eyes on Phoenyks to see if he can deny a first finalist round to DradaL. Or not. And for the moment, he's definitely able to good round. Ooh, I think he clipped, but did not lose too much speed. But he's having a very shaky land, so DradaL is coming back. Very good uphill by DradaL, but he slides out, clips the wall, and Phoenyks wins the round. Neroche, unable to reach the end again. Neroche, very shaky on this map, unfortunately. Someone please shout him something in Dutch, do something. Neroche is losing his nerves at the moment. Please, Pinda, send him some good vibes. Neroche family, please send him good vibes. He's unfortunately not... Oh, DradaL! With the big mistake here, bonking the wall. And Phoenyks might be able to deny another round to DradaL. Phoenyks in the lead. It seems to be Phoenyks' best map. Oh! But huge mistake, but it was DradaL. DradaL must have made another mistake, but DradaL is first, and Neroche is coming back. And DradaL made another mistake, and he makes yet another mistake, and Neroche again, so many mistakes here and there by everyone. And yet, DradaL wins it, and Neroche gets third. Joss trying to give some strength to Neroche. And DradaL qualifies to the grand final with this crazy yet real round win. Good luck now to Phoenyks and Neroche. Neroche scored only, I believe, 5 points on the, or 4 points on the previous map, while Phoenyks scored, if I'm not mistaken, 13 or 12. So now Neroche has to win a lot of rounds in a row, and that may start with this one as Phoenyks makes a huge mistake. Neroche with a clip though in the uphill. By the way, bonk for Phoenyks in the start. Oh, Neroche, he's shaky, but he's still in the lead. Phoenyks catches up to 0.2 behind the Dutch driver. Let's see if Neroche can keep the lead. Both players decide to not gear up, to not lose speed. And Phoenyks with the better speed overtakes. He's overtaking Neroche and he will win this round and extend his lead. Phoenyks up to 56. Neroche up to 36 only. So now if Phoenyks wins another round, he will reach finalist status, but oh, both players with a mistake in the start. And now Phoenyks is in the lead. Oh, Neroche is so shaky, unfortunately. It's really heartbreaking to see Neroche struggling so much today. He lost it on the previous map. He lost his nerves on the previous map. The third map was good for him, but the fourth map got on his nerves and he's not into it anymore. It's all about Phoenyks now if he drives clean until the end. Now it's all about getting another round win for Phoenyks, while Neroche needs to win 6 rounds in a row if he wants to qualify to the grand final. Oh, but bad start again by Neroche. He's an entire second behind. So now it's all about Phoenyks, basically. Oh, Neroche makes another mistake. Unfortunately, Neroche he's just not into it anymore. His fingers are not responding anymore. And Phoenyks has a huge lead. He's not making any major mistake. Neroche is 2 seconds behind. It's heartbreaking for the Dutch driver. He was into it. Oh, mistake though by Phoenyks, but he still has enough speed and will win it. GG, congratulations. DradaL and Phoenyks join Iralos and Trule in the grand final in the Dot Masters Division 2. Congratulations, we know now 4 of the 6 drivers for the grand final of Division 2. Neroche, as I said, will have another chance tomorrow to qualify for the grand final of Division 2. So all the best to him in this match. We will now tackle the Division 1 semi-finals.